Oh, yes, I started to, and then I got a phone call. Wanting to change my wife.
Well, they don't. Basically, it's
It's the same class, it's the same one, and I'm exceeding my return.
They're basically gonna charge you. That's probably the price of it.
Oh, no, yeah.
Say usually it's like, oh, we're just gonna charge you how much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Would you like to do that?
I was at the post office today with my granddaughter. She said, "There's your friend from the art center walking up the street." You were walking up Sixth Street. And I thought, "They're not my car, but I don't know."
No, I did not. Well, no. I don't think I was. That's funny though.
No, my granddaughter. That's gonna stay on forever. I have two other ones. I have Minnie and Pluto on.
Yeah, that's. Childhood friend. I know. I get it.
Somebody's ready for like a.
Or something like that. I just need something red, white, and
Red, white, stripe down there.
Yeah.
Statewide. Somebody else.
Is it the attendance sheet?
Are you gonna take the minutes?
I think you're taking it. I
Are
am.
you taking attendance? Cause yeah, it's like,
Linda won't be here.
We have any officers here? I'm no officer. Oh, our illustrious president. Generational.
6 is a quorum
like,
Again, six.
that's the bare minimum, right?
That's the mayor.
to vote on anything.
Within here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can pay you, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
You can do that, we're not triple.
I can have. Oh,
So we can.
do this. That's your right.
Yeah.
Or right.
Look at you.
I've got it down for you. I'm sure you don't.
That's the teacher. Oh, yeah, of course she was. I never carried any pants. I had to go
It's not doing anything though.
No. That would be great, is this 30 minutes good for the YouTube?
The last one should have gone up on YouTube, I think. But they wanted us to practice, but this one for sure will go up on YouTube. Well, it's you guys too.
Put us on like.
It's not doing, I wonder if I'm not allowed to do it.
Oh, give me some eyebrows.
It's not gonna, I don't think I don't think the owl camera, see, I clicking it and it's not doing anything.
That's no fun. Back on BC, they were on She did. But so the last one she could go to, so I think Valerie told her they can't continue Mia goes because no one, a lot of people can jump. And Mia goes, it's okay, I got it down, ready? I was like, of course you did.
I've heard all those performances were West Texas. They don't give me many updates.
No.
I just have to trust. It's been fun.
That's a process.
And also, it's, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very much.
This is probably the last.
Whatever. Yeah, and then we had the plan on her birthday, and she says, oh, so we can do the party later. She wasn't at first, but I think it's okay because Cora can still make it later too.
Yeah, Friday night.
Priority.
It's exactly what you said.
I know.
So it's good time. That next to Jason, so we, you know, doesn't get so raised.
Because you know, her and Cora do it together. I told you that, yeah. It wasn't that many, unless they didn't on some of the pictures.
Like there's some issues.
Again, they don't always tell me.
I feel like there's.
Which is.
Yes.
There's what, 18 junior miss contestants this year.
Oh, really?
Well, okay, there's not that many miss. There is a year for that.
That's the
Yeah.
future. The future. The future is bright.
Our first few years, we had like 20. Then we dipped down.
Yeah, it just ebbs and flows, but yeah, that's what it's here.
And how many people?
Oh, same.
I believe the junior is, which is like, there's like 19.
Wow. That's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the miss, it was only 4, but now there's 3.
I had heard 3.
I know. We talked about changing that at 18. I think that's what they did. We're in a new spot right now. That team's, that's the case, they're just fantastic, and we need to help her, right? So like she goes to 4-H, which is more like faster, right? So
What is she having for junior?
divided it like.
Basically, Mallory is the person, she wants to be the figurehead, and then Madison is everybody. That's basically.
So she's now is back.
Yes.
She has been, yeah, she never really been out. Like that. When you were without her.
That was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why we get you a cushion.
Huh?
We get that the cushion.
A phone book. Hi.
Get this party started. I'd like to call to order and we do roll call first.
Pledge of allegiance.
Okay.
But
No, what? I don't know.
She has agenda on your.
Yeah.
It doesn't say,
I think roll calls first.
hey, let's do a roll call first, everybody.
Let's vote on it.
Darla Blasey,
Here.
Jasmine Bosler, Amy Donato,
Here.
Corey Eckerly,
Here.
Viviana Green, Linda Colley, Keith Klemper here, Beth Seidel,
Here.
Pat Tan,
Present.
Selena Munderhide, Connor Fair. We have a quorum.
Connor officially still with us or is he retired now?
retired.
Okay. Okay,
Started out
please,
with-
if you are able to, please rise to the pledge of allegiance.
I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to approval of minutes. Hopefully everybody received a copy of those via email, and I would entertain a motion to approve those.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay, Pat makes a motion to approve the minutes, Beth seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Moving on to claims and financial report.
I have reviewed the claims and I motion that we pay the bills.
And I'll second that one as well.
Okay, and can we add the restricted use donations to the motion? We've got funds for gallery, exhibit, and the building fund. Do I need to say anything else about that? Okay, so he made a motion, Beth second, as well as the restrictions here to the donations. Any further discussion? Okay, I'll take a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'm sorry, not a motion. Everyone in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sorry about that. Old business, kiln quotes.
Okay, so I know everyone down, did you? Well, one of the companies no longer made the kiln and they didn't tell me that. And I was waiting for their, oh, like we mentioned in the past, we are in need of a new kiln. Our others are on their last legs. So we are looking at the Scott KMT 1227 3. It is a 240 volt, one phase. We have everything that is needed to hook it up. But the 3 that you see here, Brickyard Ceramics, their total, we do get a discount with them since we have a house account with them. They'll service for a 1-year warranty, including service, including furniture, which is kiln furniture that fits this specific type of kiln. The ceramic shop, they are out of Philadelphia. They have a total with the kiln furniture, the EnviroLink, which is also included with the Brickyard. That is a piece that's connected to the kiln that my instructors don't have to turn on the vent in the kiln, kind of a safety thing. So as soon as the kiln's turned on, everything's turned on. So that's nice for alarms that go off, that's where it's too hot. And then ABR Imagery, which is in Bloomington, something new that I wasn't aware of, a glass shop. They have just the warranty. So that their quote does not include furniture or the Enviro vent or EnviroLink. Looking at this kiln, different than what we've had in the past with a touch screen. So that touch screen is Bluetooth. It can also program up to, I think, 8 or 10 programs. Meaning Corey could have a different program than myself or Monty or Jen, meaning low fire, high fire. All you have to do is press one button. We want this firing, this temperature, this hold, etc. So in my opinion, I think it's more up to date and will be more efficient and faster for everybody. So I would propose going with Brickyard Ceramics. It is the cheapest. And we have out of the 3, the best relationship with them. We've been with them for 20 plus years, at least 15 plus years. We do get the discounts. They do come and service our other kilns. Yeah, any questions?
I have a question. On the Brickyard one, it says that there is additional cost for freight and additions, but the estimated total is the same as the first number on the top. So is that
My apologies, yes, so that should be, the top should be different, let's see, I have that.
Okay, so the estimated total is the actual total there.
Correct.
Okay,
So that kiln would have been 5129.75. And then with everything totaling up to 64, yeah.
okay. And you already read the totals in there, right? Just for the minutes?
The totals in here.
Yeah.
The total for Brickyard Ceramics is 6487.25. Ceramic Shop 8035.75. ABR Imagery 6590.
Okay, I will go ahead and make a motion to accept the recommendation to accept the Brickyard Ceramics estimate for $6,487.25.
I will second.
Corey seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Clear bag policy.
So I wanted to touch on the bag policy after continued conversations and looking at the season and the artist writers. What I'd like to do, or what I'd like to recommend is that we move forward with a bag check for select performances. This would ultimately be 4 performances in our 12-show season, and not yet institute a clear bag policy yet. It'll give us more time to weigh more of the pros and cons, come up with more of the details, and better answer some of the questions that have been raised at other board meetings, while still meeting the asks of the artists as well. And so I would recommend that we move forward with the bag checks for select performances, but that we not yet go all the way toward a clear bag policy at this time.
Who will perform the bag checks?
So there's a company out of Indianapolis called CSC. They're a crowd management company. And we have used them in the past for other performances when we weren't able to fully staff the security needs through JPD. And they will be the ones that will actually conduct the checks.
And how many will there be on this season then?
4.
Did anything get put in the season guide about that? I know we had talked about it.
So, yeah, so what we're going to do is have the information on our website. And then on the ticketing pages for those specific shows. So for those individuals who buy tickets to those shows, we will let them know through the purchasing process, or when they get their ticket, it'll be on there that they may be subject to a bag check upon entry. In addition, when we post information ahead of a show, like a day of information kind of thing, we'll include that information there as well. And then we'll be sure to have signage out towards the parking lot areas as well, to let folks know as they approach the venue, what to expect with the checks and things like that.
Do we need to make any kind of motions on that, or?
Not that I'm aware of, but certainly if.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is it based on the contracts with the performers, or is it based on how many seats that for the venue, I mean, where you're coming?
Like white bag checks, and
Yeah.
I know, the artists have security clauses in their riders that ask that or require that things like projectiles, in some instances, they discuss weapons, things like that, and so bag checks are specifically mentioned in some of those. And that's where that's coming from. And this is the first group of artists we've come across that's had that in their riders.
Artist deposits?
Yes, there are 3 that I am seeking permission to move forward with. The first would be for Walk Off the Earth, totaling $15,000 deposit. The second would be Tom Papa, totaling $17,500. And the third would be Yumi Kurosawa. And Liz, I forget what that total is.
Hi.
$5,000. All three of which are 50% of the total contract fee or less. That falls within what's allowed by the state and council.
This is also pretty standard. Seems like we're getting requests for that.
I mean, it's every artist, you know, the time frames differ from artist to artist. Some wanted at contract signing, some don't want it until a month out, but I don't think there's but maybe one or two this season that aren't asking for it.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to approve those three deposits as Kyle outlined.
I would motion to approve those deposits.
Okay, Keith makes a motion, Amy seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, any other old business? Moving on to new business. Do we have any new business? Oh, Danny.
Yes. Hot touch it, no, I'm just kidding. It's nothing exciting. The lawnmower at the auditorium, every summer needs some repair, whether it's new tires or a new battery or something. I wanted to explore the future of seeking quotes for a lawnmower at the auditorium. Waiting to hear back on a repair follow-up of its current state. So with your permission, I would like to, research some lawnmowers with your approval.
So the arts, was that in that parks or?
Yeah, Paul
Okay.
knows it for us. And that is the current state of what we do. We'll have it weed-eated and mowed by us. And it's, with the hills back there, it really does a number on the lawnmower. So that was a bit of the reason for the TLC needed. Bumps.
So I'd like to make a motion to seek quotes to replace the lawnmower.
Oh, thank you.
Is that correct?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
All right, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seek quotes.
Oh, yeah.
Any other new business? Okay, committee reports. Kyle.
It's been excuse me, it's been another great month of activity at the cultural center, and at the auditorium. It's been a bevy of activity. We still are getting tons of people coming in, checking out Steve's exhibit. The classes are going really well. Our usage numbers are ahead of where they were last year. People are seeming to really respond well to the classes and the workshops and the exhibits, and the facilities and what they can provide. So it's been a good summer so far, and I expect with what we have coming up, and what some of the things they're gonna talk about coming up as well, that it's gonna continue that way. The season ticket sales have been going well. We've gotten good response from the patrons who are renewing their seats. We are excited for the season announcement on Thursday. This is, as Liz will probably tell anybody who asks, a time when I am usually at my most fretful, because it's, you know, you're unveiling it to everybody and you hope that there's a good response, and I think there will be, but it's an exciting time to get the season out there, and start rolling with that. I do want to touch on, last month's meeting, I mentioned that, the IAC had sent out word that they weren't going to be able to announce the, AOS grant recipients on July 1st as they had intended, but I just got an email right before this meeting that they're going to be able to make that announcement in September. Still don't know if we're going to be a recipient or not. I hope that we are. I think we're deserving, but we'll just have to wait until September. But at least now we know when we'll know. So that's good. Still working through the budget proposal for next year. Met with mayor and the clerk treasurer today. to talk through priorities and what the landscape looks like, and it's still a moving target, but hopefully, and with a lot of due diligence, we'll be able to come out in a good spot in 2026, all things considered.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's Ewing does a great job putting that all together. It turned out all right. We did, I think, there's always one. I think we found one mistake this year in that one.
I may have been on what I said.
Oh, okay. Well, in any case, there's usually one little thing, but no, it turned out really well.
Anybody else have any questions for Kyle? Okay, we've got, Danny, did you have anything else? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would love to share my report. Well, so Thursday is the season premiere of our shows, but it's also my 2-year work anniversary. So thank you guys for making my employment here wonderful and all the things. So let's see what has happened in June. We had Showdown. Showdown's gonna next year and moving forward, at least for next year, they're gonna utilize the 4-hour load-in time versus doing it all on that Friday. So that's gonna be great to see. We also had an experience with another rental. I'm not sure which one it was, but when someone turned off their phone and did that SOS and the police showed up, and safety is very much there and the police department comes and helps us. So we had rentals of Showdown, WBDC, ACT doing the rehearsals, Dance by Mallory doing the dance class, and we had an independent renter present a comedian at the Arts Center. That one did not go as well as I was hoping it would go, but it was my first experience on something like that. Essentially what someone did was they rented out the auditorium for a comedian act, sold the tickets, used the stage, made the whole big bang boom kind of thing. And so I got to experience my first one of those situations. But moving forward, we're gonna detail some questions, prompt some questions for renters that are not as the familiar renters that we have. While I'm up here, I did want to do a shout out to ACT and Dance by Mallory for accommodating their rehearsals this summer with a week-long dance recital rental, Dance Central Academy here in Jasper rented for their recital. And we got them booked for next year. They're gonna come back and do their recital, and then they're gonna try to do a dance competition with some other schools at our auditorium as well. Juan is back. He graduated from Army Reserves. He will be coming back tomorrow. We're gonna start talking about the calendar and what his future with us looks like. And as far as the rentals and the experiences of the things, that's about it. And I'm gonna end with the roof at the auditorium, still going strong. The rain that happened 2 weeks ago, where it just kept raining a lot, no reoccurring leaks where they normally are, so that was good. Other than that, everything was good, and I'll see you next month.
All right, so it is, or big exhibits and beastly exhibits continue to happen in the gallery space. So this week, actually the last 2 weeks, Kevin Titzer has been scouting our area. I didn't get any police reports, so that's always a good sign. They were forewarned about his truck and license plate of someone gathering items and dumpster diving and whatnot. So all was good there. But he is still installing his installation exhibit. He's kind of at a good point right now, so that's always a good thing to hear from artists. So his opening will be this Thursday, first Thursday. He will be there to give a gallery talk at 5:30. Along with that, I don't know if you guys saw the link I sent you guys in an email yesterday. But a friend of his, Jordan Barclay, has done a film documentary on his process, what he does, how he does it, why he does it. And he has a 7-time award-winning documentary on that, on top of it. So we plan to showcase that type of artwork as well, the filmmaking. not during the reception this Thursday. We will have information about the film, but then at a later date, kind of showcase Jordan's work as well. In the black box with field trips, with public events, whatnot, maybe even have it replaying a few times. So keep an eye out for that too. Art Guild will be with us again this first Thursday. They will be handing out their awards for their artists in their group. They had a judging amongst themselves, so they'll present those on Thursday. And Steve Gerberix, like Kyle said, they keep coming back for Steve's exhibit, so it's cool to see the grown-ups and the kiddos both enjoying it. So Steve, that was a good pick, so I'm glad that happened, 5 years in the making, so. Safe to say it's been a good combo this summer, and then especially with Steve's and Kevin's exhibits, both using found objects and how to make art out of old and make it new, so it's cool to see that. So come out first Thursday. Long story short, let's see, June, so we had Juneteenth, that event. Out of the 4 events that we've had, I think it was the best one yet, in my opinion. The vibe was there, the dancing was there, the food, I mean, we had over 250 people with the clicker. So it was very cool to see that and happen and all come together, so stay tuned for next year. Clay classes, they are continuing. There's a few on there. Also Monty and Claire, they have a hand building class coming up for adults and high schoolers. If you guys are interested, they're tag teaming, from July through August. Kids classes, open clay classes, and then juried exhibit. Those submission forms are still out. Deadline is July 13th. So you can do that online, $25 for every 2 entries. So tell your friends, if they don't have enough for solo exhibits, perfect chance to get them into the art world. And then finally, we have our 2026 artist lineup, our gallery visual arts lineup.
As she's passing that out, the number of people who come out of Steve's exhibit and ask how long that exhibit is up until, has been noticeable.
All right, so this lineup, the 2 at the bottom are still not official, but this is official, but not official, if that makes sense. So, so it's not exactly too public yet, but you guys are just first sneak peeks. Do you want to go over each of them, or you guys just want to look at them and let me know if you have questions? What do you think? The first one, Christina, she'll be a solo exhibiting artist. She has 2D and 3D pieces, sculptures and wall pieces hanging from the ceiling, from the walls. A lot of figure work in her artwork. Group show is next. It's all assemblage and collage. Phoebe Scott is all ceramic. Chris Dixon is all wood, 2D and 3D pieces. Tashima Davis is all oil, 2D. Rhonda Smith is intaglio prints and linoleum prints, 2D, large 2Ds, like floor to ceiling. And so the last 2, Nathan and Penny, are both in discussion, different options for number 7. And then number 8, she is just very difficult to get a hold of. So I've tried emails, I've tried phone calls, I've tried friends of friends. Penny.
What are the size of number 8? I mean, her work.
So they are tapestry, so they are wall pieces too large. I mean, probably half the screen size. So she's been on my radar for quite some time. I think she's had a couple in a juried show, but back at the Crimp gallery, so it's been a while. So I know she is getting up there in age, so maybe a friend of a friend said maybe that's not why, or maybe that's why she's not answering, but we have ways that we can help her transport if need be, so. So those are the last 2 I'll keep you up to date on. But hope to have that by the end of the summer and then get an exhibit guide out and out to the public as soon as possible.
Do we need to formally approve this in some way, Kyle?
I would.
Okay. Do you want us to approve the 6 or all 8?
Well, let's approve all 8 and then I'll update you if things change. If that works, approval of all 8.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve the gallery lineup as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, Corey makes a motion, seconded by Keith. Any more discussion? I guess I do have a question. Do you have backups if something?
I do have backups. And then, as you see, there's only 8, but they are gonna be for an extended, time frame. So we have the 3 months and then like number 7 would probably be a 5 to 6 month, if that were to happen. Just with the, traffic it could create and the price and the pieces itself.
And this doesn't include Youth Art Month and Jury Show and.
Right, yes,
West
I'm
County
sorry,
Art
there's Jury
Guild.
Show, there's Art Guild, there's Quilters Guild, there's 2 Youth Art Month, so there's at least 6 more exhibits.
Sorry, Heath, you were gonna.
That's good.
Is that what you're gonna ask?
Sure.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Happy 4th of July, Dr. Sawyer.
Thank you.
Just a quick report on the rentals, for the past month, June 4th to today. We had, in the atrium, we had 2 nonprofit rentals and 2 private rentals. In the galleries, we had 1 private rental. For the black box, we had 1 private rental, and for the workshops, we had 1 private rental as well. This coming month, tomorrow, July 2nd through August 5th, to the next meeting. In the atrium, we have 4 nonprofit rentals. Galleries, we have no rentals for now. Black box, we have 1 nonprofit and 2 private rentals, and the workshops, we have 1 private rental. So it takes care of the rentals. It's still a little slower than what I'd like to see, but we've talked about it. I think it probably is just the cost containment efforts that everybody's involved in with corporate. It's a lot of crickets with corporate right now. So, but are having weekly calls on weddings. I think I had about 3 or 4 this week. So it's, you know, you get the call, I send them the rates, and then we wait. So hopefully we'll be hearing from those soon, because we are, as I understand in our research, we are still one of the lower rates out there for what they get. So, and we are a very unique facility as well, with the windows and the high ceilings and whatnot. So great bang for the buck there. So the other thing I'm working on is the Beehive 25. Again, it's October 24th, which is the fundraising night. And then October 25th, which is for general public. Fundraising night, I say that it's going to be a ticketed event. So we're looking at about $50 in honor of our 50th anniversary. And they'll be getting a slew of different things in there, you know, entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, past, food stations within the galleries, silent auction, things such as that. So some of those details are still coming together. But, and then on the 25th, which is Saturday, that would be open to the general public. And right now we have 11 artists that have submitted and have been approved and accepted. They all know about that and know the time frame and all that. And we're setting July 31st as the deadline for their submissions then. So we kind of get them to get that taken care of, so we know what we're dealing with. So even if we just had the 11, that is a full atrium. So we could put another 5 in the atrium down the spine in the center too. We're going to put about 4 right now, 3 or 4 right now, and we could still put more in there. So but even if we're at 11, it's going to be a nice full atrium, a nice array of products, a lot of pottery, but great pottery. We have paintings, we have glasswork, we have jewelry. So just a whole menagerie of that. So it'll be something unique, something different. It's going to be inside, and both the evening and on Friday evening and on Saturday. So excited about it. It's going to be a little bit different, and looking more for that fine art again. And we were able to
have more focus on the fine art. There were some of the submissions that we did decline because we felt like it didn't quite fit into that fine art realm that we're looking at, so. All right, any questions?
When we check tickets for the fundraiser to go.
We are going to, after this week, we're going to set that up and then put that online. So, yeah, it'll be going on pretty soon, probably next week. So, yeah. Then we'll blast that out in all of our media. So. Any other questions? All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah.
So, how are we prepared to
We're ready, you just tell me.
go for it? We're gonna play a video about Camp Create. Just got emotional watching that. I can't tell you how amazing camp was. We're gonna do it again in 2 weeks. Woo! So we had 16 campers in June, and from what I could tell, all of those campers were from Du Bois County. And we will have 29 campers in July, and they will be coming to us from at least 2 other counties as well as from our county. So
When does it start?
it starts the 14th. Yeah, it starts the 14th. So we had a great time. We studied pop art. We just, I don't need to say anything more. I made a video for you. So anyway, it was awesome. Stop by, drive by the building, because eventually the collaborative meal will sort of wrap the building. So that'll be really fun at the end of July to see that go up. But yeah, it's been a really special camp season. We also had 2 field trips in June. So Project Aspire came to Jasper and traveled around some places, and they took about an hour and a half of their time to come and visit us. And so we did some gallery learning and then some independent gallery stuff with them, and that was really nice. This is an organization that seeks to locate young people who maybe need some assistance in deciding what their futures might hold for them, and need an opportunity to be able to navigate a higher education more, or just the workforce more, and things like that. And so they take field trips together and have other initiatives to take them out and kind of just introduce them to like the working life, and also arts and things like that. LifeSpring also visited us again, and we had a wonderful field trip with them as well. We did a bunch of workshops and things in June. I do want to give a shout out to a workshop that Jen Tolbert had been running that's called we're calling it the pottery and drawing double feature. But this workshop has been very special to me, and I think Emily as well, because we struggle sometimes to have the age group of, let's call it 13 to 16, get to the building because they're busy. And that we set that workshop at a cap of 10 students, and we had 8 sign up. All but one was a Camp Create kid that had aged out of Camp Create. I found that to be very positive. And when those kids came into the building, they knew who we were, and they were excited, and they felt like they were in a place that they belonged. So that's kind of the dream, right? So I was excited, and I'm also excited to announce she's running that week-long camp in July, and for several weeks now, it's been sold out. So really excited that we're reaching this age group with that in particular. in July, we'll have a host of other workshops as well, not just camp. And I will highlight that on the 24th, there will be a German flag woodcut that will celebrate Strassenfest and will go along with that cultural event in our city, which I think is really cool, that we're offering something like that. So looking forward to that. I did meet with a new facilitator today who has a focus on wellness and watercolor, which is nice. I've been trying to seek out a new watercolor instructor because some of ours have gotten busy or they haven't had daytime hours anymore. And some of our workshops that we hold for ages 55 plus are really needed. We see people sign up and sometimes they sell out. So those daytime instructors are really valuable to me. So I was thrilled to meet with a new instructor, and what I'll be doing after camp is I'll be looking toward the fall, of course. And we do have some workshops scheduled out in August, and more will be coming up on the website, but I'll be hosting another facilitators meeting for fall, hopefully in late July, early August, and getting people lined up for the rest of the year, which will probably be busy. Oh, and there's a season for the education series. You guys are probably like Casey. Yes, I want to let you know that it has taken me some time this year to compile this for you. Just because my committee has been interested in shows that for whatever reason didn't end up touring in the United States, didn't have routing in the Midwest, the kind of things that happen when you're dealing with shows and agents and that kind of thing. But all of these shows I'm extremely proud of and very happy that we're offering. So does anybody have any questions about the season in general? One thing that I do want you to know is that I actually am still in talks with Mike Wiley's agent. He has new representation and she and I have met each other over the phone, if that makes sense. And she's wonderful and he wants to come and work with us again. He came in 2023 and he did the Jackie Robinson show, which was very well received. And so he has other shows that he offers for that age group, and those shows have students come up and actually be in the play. So that's really fun and cool. And there's a lot of engagement and they're very historical. And Mike's a really great actor. If you're not familiar with him, he also was in an award-winning play, and the name of the historical figure escapes me, not a play, a film. I'm sorry, it escapes me now. I apologize, but he was in a film that has, some serious awards. Very, very moving piece about American history. So he is such a heart for teaching young people history, and we're so lucky. Like, I just loved having him. He was wonderful to work with. So this time he'll be bringing the Montgomery bus boycott piece that he does. And so another really interesting piece of history.
Casey, what age groups do these?
Oh, I'm sorry, they go in order, so thank you so much. So the first one is K-2, and then Wind in the Willows will be for 3 to 5, Tired Souls for 6 to 8, and then the high school show is Ailey 2, and that show will be seen by our freshmen and sophomores. Yeah, thank you. Anybody have any questions or comments on that? If anybody caught the I was just gonna say, if anybody caught the Call of the Wild show, that same actor is producing this Wind in the Willows show. So that was a show that we had this has been years ago now before I came on board, but wonderful performer, and this show looks amazing. So in case anybody was familiar with that one.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the education series for 2025-26.
I will do that.
Okay, that makes a motion, seconded by Pat. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you, and I'll keep you posted. Does anybody else have any questions for me?
Can you send me that video?
Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, thanks, everybody.
Sure, thank you. Public business, do we have any public business? Shout out to our former board president, Mike, out in the audience. Thanks for coming.
Was in the neighborhood.
Anything else? I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Corey makes a motion, seconded by Heath. All those in favor say aye. Aye.